What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Wildflower Lacquer video. I'm very excited to show you all this month's goodies. We have a new collection to check out. We have the Luminescence Collection, which is a 6-piece collection inspired by carnival glass. So if you like soft type of shimmers, this is going to be for you. We have 2 new Polish for Paws polishes to check out. If you're new to Wildflower Lacquer, this is a series that she does every single release where a portion of proceeds goes to an animal charity of some sort. We have our annual, 7th annual, if I'm remembering correctly, Alzheimer's awareness polish. And then we've also got another limited edition that pairs with the May 2024 PPU polish. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Starting off with the Luminescence Collection. First up is Lucent. This is described as a clear base with teal to purple to pink shifting shimmer and glow in the dark pigment. Lucent is what I would consider a true milky finish in that it's going to have this soft sort of buildup to it. I think if you have a super free edge or if you're wearing falsies, you might see a touch through them or your peekaboo effect from your smile line. So I would have my standard disclaimer for that here of if that bothers you, wear a blurring base coat of any color or a nude to you cream base. Overall, I think it's beautiful by itself. It builds up to this soft type of glowy effect from the shimmer pigment. I think you'll mostly see it with this nice greenish type of cast to it with the purple at more extreme angles. And Selcouth is a yellowy green jelly base packed with copper to gold to mauve UCC flakes and a tiny bit of pink to gold shifting shimmer. It does state in our PR information that this one may stain, so please wear a good base coat. I do agree with that on my falsies. When I removed this one, I did have the tiniest bit of a yellow stain to my falsies. It wasn't the worst staining I've ever seen before, but it was quite light. So just throwing that out there, wear a more protecting base coat, if you will. Now, the way I applied Selcouth, I chose to take it up to 1 to 2 light coats. And then on my final coat, I went in with what I dub my icing method. I beaded the flakes up at my cuticle area and then slowly dragged them down to give me the most coverage possible. This is one of those polishes that you can absolutely use the sponging method to have a more intense look, but I didn't think that was necessary in the way that I like my nails. I prefer them thicker, of course. It built really well on this last coat, so I would suggest going in with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat to finish. Incalescent is described as a light pumpkin orange base with teal to purple to pink shifting shimmer. Now, this type of pumpkin base is what I would describe as more of a creamy looking pumpkin color, if that makes sense. It's a touch lighter, in my opinion, than what we normally see, say, for fall polishes in general. Incalescent also has a crelly type of formula to it. Any type of shimmer finish or strong shimmer finish that you are wearing, I do think the formulas need to be on the lighter side to exploit the beautiful shimmer to come through. And this is chef's kiss on how strong it is. My full hand shot gives you a good idea of that. I'm going to suggest 3 light coats to build it up slow and steady and maximize your shimmer payoff. It will also dry down on the flatter side because we've got so much shimmer. So use a good glossy top coat to finish. Eesome is described as a slate teal base with gold to green to blue shifting shimmer. This is one of my top picks in the video. It's so pretty and kind of jewel toned and just overall very shifty. I'm going to suggest 3 lighter coats to build this one up too. It's somewhat flirting almost with being a foil. And what I mean by that is that the shimmer is, at least to my eyes, appearing on the larger particle side. So it almost gives you this glistening sort of appearance. It will dry down on the more flat side too. So again, use a thicker glossy top coat to seal it up. This is so pretty. I loved my full hand shot, that slow finger wiggle. So just strong of a color roll. And here we've got Orphic. This is described as a light gray leaning brown base with pink to orange to gold to green shifting shimmer. Now, this is what I would consider as a true sheer polish. No matter if you have natural nails, falsies, whatever, you're gonna see either through your nail or your visible nail line. And Overall, this is what I would consider a true versatile polish. You can do a ton with this one, especially you'll see that in the Will It Topper segment. Just note that it does have what I would consider a more warm type of taupe-ish gray tinted base. It's quite shifty on the shimmer factor, as you can see from my finger wiggle there. I chose to wear it at 3 light coats and a good glossy top coat. And it's just as one of those, if you just want straight shimmer with a touch of a tint to make it pop, this is perfect. And again, you can easily see a strong color roll with this too. Recherche is described as a blackened burgundy base with blue to purple shifting shimmer. This one also has the disclaimer that it might stain your nails. I personally did not have staining with this one, but just throwing it out there. P.S. I know I probably said that name wrong. It's incredibly early in the morning. My coffee is still brewing, and I have done nothing but swatch and record this week. So just forgive me in that respect. Anyways, this one has a jelly type of formula. We are in straight up foil finish category. If you ask me, we've got this beautiful larger particle shimmer. It's got that foily look to it. Very nice. Now you want to go in lighter on your coats, as this has a strong plumping factor to it. So thin at 3 coats is what I chose to do, and it gave me that thickness. Now, if you wanted a softer look to that base color, I think 2 coats is fine too, but it's going to be softer because it's a true jelly finish. And we've got our first polish for paws. This is Turtley Awesome, described as a soft seafoam green base with coppery red to gold to green shifting shimmer. $6 of every bottle sold is going to be donated to the Sea Turtle Inc. in South Texas. All of the charity polishes, I will have their respective links in the description box below if you'd like to see more information. Turtley Awesome is what I would classify as almost being a jelly buildup. If you wanted to have it softer, you could stop at 2 coats. The 3rd coat, to me, maximized the shimmer payoff. You might see a touch of a peekaboo effect from any type of free edge you might have. This is a soft look overall, very shifty and honestly very flattering. This will also dry down on the flat side because, again, shimmer loaded beauty here, so finish with a good glossy top coat. Our second polish for paws is Shovels of Love. This is a purple base packed with purple to pink to orange shifting shimmer. $6 of every bottle sold will be donated to the Broken Shovels Farm Sanctuary in Colorado. This is my second pick for the entire video. It's beautiful, and I'm saying that as someone who tends to trash purple any opportunity I can get. It's just, I'm being silly, but seriously, blue polish for life. Shovels of Love is so glowy and jewel toned. It's really pretty. Indoor lighting, you'll see this purple type of inner glow with it. And at angles, there's an easy pinky type of shift. You'll see it on my macro right here. And at the most extreme angles, there's a touch of orange. But to me, that was like the most extreme situation. This will also dry on flat, so finish with a good plumping glossy top coat. And then here we've got the 7th annual Alzheimer's Awareness Polish. This is created in memory of Taylor's grandma who passed from the disease in 2015. $6 of every bottle sold is going to be donated to the Pearls Memory Babies. 1948 is described as a dusty orchid pink base with blue to purple shifting shimmer and scattered hollow. Another finish that I would describe as almost being milky. It's beautiful, it's very pearly, and the shimmer factor is quite strong. Go in lighter on your coats, as this also has a squishy formula to it, and it built very, very well for me at 3 thin coats. I'm going to also suggest, again, a good glossy top coat to finish this off. The dry down to this was more of a flat as opposed to a more stronger type of flat, but I still wanted to plump it up further to give me that gel-like look. And that blue shimmer is so pretty. At angles, you'll see a purple shift. Now we've got the limited editions. This one's Kermie and was created to be a companion to June's Polish Pickup shade Miss Piggy. Kermie is described as a soft green base with strong pink to orange to gold to green shifting shimmer. Now, where I mentioned that Turtley Awesome was more of a jelly, a squishy jelly type of buildup, Kermie is what I would describe as a squishy, crelly, milky type of buildup. It's just got that somewhat creamy type of white undertone to it. I would just caution, go in light on your brush strokes to prevent any type of potential streaking, and build it to 3 thin coats. This is one of those that I would say if a free edge bothers you, you might want to wear a color correcting base. Overall, the shimmer is quite strong and pops really well against that base. And then lastly, we have the limited edition Screaming with the Cicadas. This is described as a black jelly polish with red, gold, and green crystal flakes, orange, gold, and green iridescent glitters, and a touch of linear hollow and a subtle green to gold to blue shimmer. This polish has a heavy, dense type of formula to it. It is what I would consider on the lighter side. The base itself is not what I consider a straight up black type of polish. It's almost like a charcoal type of light tinted base. And the glitters and the flakes are quite heavy. So I'm going to suggest overworking the polish a touch to get them to spread across the nails. It's like peanut butter over warm toast. You'll want to get that nice even payout when you do that. Now, I will strongly suggest a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat to smooth it out, as you will have a touch of texture and thirstiness from all the goodies here. And then we're going to wrap this up with the Willet Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. Across the video, I kept saying milky, I kept saying jelly, things like that. So no surprise here, we're going to have quite a few versatile polishes. I think a lot of the ones in the Luminescence collection will work very well. And you can see over black, they all pop so good and their respective shimmers are very strong. Please note on polishes like Incalescent, it's going to have a pumpkin-y type of tint to the base. Eesome was surprising to me. I didn't see too much of that teal base peeking out, but it was still very pretty. Overall, on the Luminescence collection, I would suggest layering these over deep, dark colors, dark grays, vampy colors. I think will pop really well with all of these. And as we go on to the limited editions, I would say for Turtley Awesome, you might want to stick with more matchy match, as we've got that greenish type of tint going on. But of course, you could work in some color theory there. 1948 is milky, but it works really well. I think you could probably layer this over some lighter colors too, in addition to dark colors. Same thing with Kermie. Its shimmer is so good over black. I think this is going to work well over dark colors too. And Screaming with the Cicadas will give you that more strong, true black base if you wanted to layer it over a black cream of some sort. Otherwise, I think black is probably really the only color this one would work with layering over. The pre-order is going to start July 5th at noon Central Time and is going to run until July 8th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. Shipping for this pre-order window is estimated to start 3.5 weeks after the pre-order closes. Taylor is a one-woman show, so she's got lots and lots of goodies to mix up for us. I will link you all below to the respective charities for the limited edition charity polishes. And I will also have the website link for Wildflower Lacquer if you want to get in there, see the preview up on the website. And I'll link you to the Facebook group, interact with all the awesome people in there. You can interact with Taylor. She's in there, see additional swatches, all that fun stuff. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.